Yesterday, leaders of African countries went on a peace mission to Kiev. In response to the plan presented, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky gave a clear reminder of what must be achieved for peace to prevail. I want to reiterate, we need real peace and therefore a real withdrawal of Russian troops from all of our independent land. Ukraine has shown the world its global strength in security matters, especially food security. The world directly depends on our ability to produce and export food. Today, I presented the results of two of our initiatives to our meeting participants, the Black Sea Grains Initiative. We have helped many nations in Africa, Asia, Europe to maintain social and market stability. African countries are also affected by the war. Ukrainian grain was exported to them, the transportation of which is much more difficult today.
What has also brought us here is that Africa is also feeling the negative impact of this war. Our grain prices have gone up and there's a shortage. Fertilizer prices have also shot up. So even as we are thousands of kilometers away as African countries, we are feeling the impact of this war. And we say that when it comes to things like grain and fertilizers, there should be an opening up of the logistics so that grain and fertilizers must get to the market.
Today, African politicians arrived in St. Petersburg for peace talks with Vladimir Putin. Yesterday, they were able to see firsthand what Ruski Mir means, as the Russians shelled the Kiev region, among other places, during their stay in Ukraine.
Our visit to Bucha this morning underscores the challenges and the difficulties that we face. Dislocation, migration, and not just of the people of Ukraine, but as you know, Ukraine, like most of us, are hosts to citizens of the globe, of the world. So there are many, many citizens that have been affected.
Russian words about peace are just empty platitudes. Today, their rockets fell in the Kharkiv region, among others. A Russian anti-tank missile hit a civilian car traveling in the direction of Khuriv, Kozahok. According to preliminary data, there were 4 people in the car who died on the spot. Details are being determined. This is another terror by the Russians against civilians. Meanwhile, according to the Washington Post, U.S. President Joe Biden has backed NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg's proposal to make it easier for Ukraine to join the alliance. The United States has also addressed reports that Russian nuclear weapons have been deployed in Belarus. The U.S. once again assured that it will defend every inch of NATO members' land.
And as for Belarus itself, this is just another example of Lukashenko making irresponsible, provocative choices to cede control of Belarus's sovereignty against the will of the Belarusian people.
As a result of the Russian blowing up of the Novakhovka Dam, 28 villages in the Kherson region are still underwater. In the flooded villages, water remains over a meter high. Nearly 3,000 people have been evacuated from the flooded areas. However, help did not come in time for everyone.